Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to a whole nother day. We get another chance. We have another day to live and play and explore. Welcome to our daily contemplation. I'm Juna.
Sabine.
And we're here from Synergy in Motion. And you'll hear that word synergy a little bit in the next few days because we are starting a whole new hexagram from the I-Ching through the eyes of Gene Keys and human design, and of course, yours truly, us too. And the 45th Gene Key, the 45th gate is all about gathering together and look at what's happening in the world, how we've been in this period of isolation, and now there's people starting to gather in small groups, starting to gather together. How cool is that? Mm-hmm. So this is gathering together. That's what we call it in the hexagram and human design. And in the Gene Keys, it's all about moving from the shadow of dominion or dominance to communion through synergy. Mm-hmm. So dominance is that energy that we see on the planet quite a bit. It's when rulers just say, my way or the highway, everybody else must obey. And then we go into communion through synergy. So it's a really juicy topic. And Sabine happens to have it in her position in her design sun. For those of you who know human design and Gene Keys, it's a pretty cool thing. So we're pretty excited about this one.
Mm-hmm. Like every new key that or hexagram that we're looking at, I think, oh, that's my new favorite one.
So this is our really favorite one.
Till the next one. So when you look at what we've done the last hexagrams and the last several days, we've been looking at the individual in relation to groups or the collective and the tribe, and how important it is to live your difference and to know your own energy signature. And what happens when you really connect with who you are and stay true to you, a trust starts to unfold. It's nothing that the mind can conjure up. You can't say, okay, I am going to trust myself. No, that's a tender plant that grows within you. The more you listen to your own truth and stay true to that truth, the more the energy of trust can actually unfold. And with that, you are able to stand and be yourself within the diversity of a partnership, of your family, of your local tribe, and of the global tribe. Mm-hmm. Because you're not falling for something that is not true to you. And when you do that, you are able to be your gift in the world with yourself. And what happens is that a synergy starts to unfold because a group of people who are true to themselves start humming together in a totally different way than when they are just having to control everything, which is currently unfolding on the planet, or we see the fruit of that dominance. And that is based in the need of the mind to control, because the individual doesn't trust yourself. Like when you look at our global governments, any kind of leaders that are in politics or even in the economy, they encourage the individual to trust them. It's not an encouragement of the individual to trust themselves, but to trust the leader.
I mean, what a different world we live in if we had leaders who said, trust yourself. Mm-hmm. If teachers and parents said, trust yourself. Mm-hmm. If politicians said, trust yourself.
And encourage that diversity. But I see ourselves move into that more. It might take another 1,000 years or something like that for that truly to unfold. But hey, what's 1,000 years, right? But we're laying the foundation here of that, reversing the order from leaders saying and requiring us to trust them to leaders that empower the individual to trust themselves. And with that, there is a whole other way to be together and form a synergy, a communion with each other that empowers the individual versus disempowers the individual and has to homogenize the individual. And it always starts with us. So when you look at, for example, your relationship with your body, if you trust yourself and you trust the communication of you and your body, then there's a synergy unfolding between your being and your body. But if you don't trust yourself, you have to dominate your body. You have to diet according to somebody else. You have to exercise according to somebody else. You have to breathe according to somebody else, right? Because you don't have anything else but other people's points of view, because the mind does not have access to that inner knowing in the same way that your being has. So beginning with yourself, really allowing yourself to actually relax into that inner knowing that is so powerful, because it's the beginning of changing the world and changing the way that we relate with each other. Because you doing that inspires 7 other people to do that as well, at least, just energetically. And 7 other people spread out. There's something about the 7 degrees of separation, and then you have the whole world. That's the silent revolution. That's not so silent. So again, allowing yourself to relax into that trust of yourself and your knowing. Yeah.
And notice also where you feel a need to control yourself and control your body, control those around you. It's a dominant theme in our reality when we feel out of control. And how many people are feeling out of control from being isolated so long, not knowing where the world is going. So that feeling of out of control, it makes you want to dominate and try to be in control. So just start to notice where you're doing that in your own life, and really that's like a not trusting of you. It's just this need for control. So can you let that need for control go and replace it with the trust and listening to your body, listening to what you know inside. And little by little, as Sabine was saying, the more that you listen and follow that voice of authority within, you start trusting yourself. So it's a building that skill, and it's not a skill that's encouraged in this reality to trust your knowing. So it's just when we can trust our knowing, we're building that skill so that when we do meet up with the other, we are coming as whole, complete individuals that trust each other and know when someone is giving us a BS line or something. So we go, oh, we can call them on that. And that's what we do in our relationship. We call each other on that, and we have this synergy. And the synergy, which is an amazing concept, is that 2 or more gather together, create greater than the sum of its parts. So that's really the beauty, and that's why we called ourselves Synergy in Motion way back when in 2006 when we started our business. It's the synergy of more that's created when we're together. So grateful for you joining us and being in this synergy with us.
Yeah. I actually want to jump a little bit back to trust again, because when you were talking about trust, I realized, wow, in this reality, trust is so deformed and not seen as for what I see it as, which is trusting is to be willing to be aware of what is and what we know will unfold. We in this reality use trust as I trust you, so I expect you to behave according to my expectations. Like,
Same
okay,
with love.
yeah, I let my barrier down because I know you will never hurt me. I trust you, right? That is not trust. I trust my knowing that when she has a bad hair day, she probably will be slightly on the bitchy side. Same with me. I can trust myself. Sometimes I'm a butthead. Sometimes I'm even an asshole, right? And I can trust that when I'm in that mood of then I might blurt out not so nice things. But instead of squishing that down, acknowledge that, and then you have a different kind of choice, right? When I wake up in the morning with that, or my hair sticks out to the side and I'm starting to have a bad hair day, I can go, okay, what do I actually choose here? Do I go with that energy and enjoy it and be like Stickbiber, what I call? Or do I change it? Because I always have a choice to change it. How can I be with this in a different way? So trust is not about
Blind faith
and just putting it out there and shutting all your awareness out. No, trust is you staying true to you and trusting whatever is, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. And with that, then the synergy can unfold and communion blossoms.
Yeah, so we kind of threw a lot out there this morning, and we'll be tickling that out, teasing that out through the next few days as we move from dominance into communion through synergy. We'll be looking at body, we'll be looking at money, we'll be looking at relationships. So all of those juicy things that are the resources that we crave. People crave relationships, that money, like all of the things that make this reality go. But underneath, there's something more. There's something else that we're really looking for. So stay tuned for the next few days, and we'll bring you more.
And for now, for today, really tune into that. Trusting yourself. Trust you're good, trust you're bad, trust you're ugly, trust you're beautiful. Just relax into who you are and allow that to shine forth.
And know that who you are always changes. That's from the gene key that we looked at, the 35, which is it's always going to change. So nothing is ever really locked in.
You can trust that you will change. And with that, you are creating a world today.
Yes. And we'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock here at Synergy in Motion. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.